The Gallery Episode 1 is a story-driven sci-fi adventure. It's available for the Vive Rift Index and WMR for about $20 US. Here's my review of it in its current state as of October 2019. Starting with the story. You're on the trail of your twin sister, who has gone ahead to investigate an ancient buried machine. The story is told via well-performed voice work, delivered by in-game characters and collectible cassette tapes.
Oh, jeez, Alex! That you? I'm sorry. I thought you were a spook. The explosives. Damn it! Get to the lab!
So I found the professor. Seems nice. He saw my hacks and now he really wants to show me something. And for some reason, I'm going to follow this strange man into an abandoned sewer.
As for the story itself, I found it enjoyable for the most part, though the conclusion did leave me somewhat unsatisfied in that the princess is in another castle sort of way, or rather the princess is in the Gallery Episode 2, which I'll be reviewing next. That brings us to gameplay, which consists of wandering through the world, completing the occasional trivial puzzle, and listening to character dialogue.
It's what drew you both here.
Your inventory is managed via a detachable backpack, which both looks and functions fantastically. In it you're able to store various utility items, such as a torch and cassette player, as well as any written or recorded messages found throughout the world. The game also features a generous amount of non-essential interactable objects, which, although trivial in their function, do a hell of a lot for immersion. All told, the game took me about 1.5 hours to finish, which is on the light side for a game of this price. Now for Locomotion, which is unfortunately teleportation only, and is probably my greatest criticism of this title. The game does include artificial rotation in both smooth and snap, as well as the ability to rotate your playspace while aiming your teleport. The game is left-hander friendly in the form of an option to swap which controller does what. While we're talking controllers, during the last minutes of the final level, the game spans your right-hand haptics literally non-stop. Aside from this being extremely annoying, it also made my controller lose tracking every few seconds. Fortunately, you can turn haptics off in the settings, but really, if this is a bug, it needs to be fixed. If it's by design, it really needs to be reconsidered. That leads us to sound, which the game uses masterfully. Between the distant rumble of thunder, the cries of gulls, the lapping of waves, the eerie tolling of bells, the chirping of crickets, and the harsh cawing of a crow, the game is noisy, which goes a long way towards building a convincing world. The graphics are done with a decent amount of polish for a VR game, complemented by the obvious care with which the world has been shaped and populated. The game offers a great selection of graphic options, with which I found a decent balance on medium settings with my 1070, though not without the occasional dropped frame. We're left with the verdict. While the game is short for its price point, considering its overall polish, specifically in regards to its voice work, interactivity and graphics, $20 US is in my opinion a reasonable price.
That one's my goof. Tons of replacement boards down there though. Swap out the fried parts.